I'm going to give you a quick rundown of Camtasia Studio, and I'm going to show you some of the cool features that it has and how you can utilize them in your next videos. So let's go and jump into Camtasia and we'll get started. A first look at Camtasia shows us a blank project. I'm going to show you which each of the areas of your screen do and how you can use them. As with most editing suites, we have a timeline at the bottom here. And this is where we can place any of our videos, audios, graphics or images on our timeline. We can use the timeline position cursor to select an area within our video. On the left hand side we have our media panel, and this is where we can import any videos, images or any other media that we'd like to import into our video. We can do this by selecting Import Media, selecting a video we'd like to import and selecting Open. This will place any videos or audio files, images and graphics into our media bin. From here we can drag and drop these onto our timeline. The center screen is our viewport, and this is where we can see a replication of the video that we are working with. In here we can scale things to size, and we can also directly see how effects and transitions directly affect our video. On the right hand side we have our properties panel. This will bring up any relevant properties to the video or section that you have selected on your timeline. For instance, we have a video and audio track selected, so we have some basic video and audio properties. We can fine tune any adjustments here, such as the position, the rotation, and the opacity of our video. We also have the audio properties tab to adjust the volume of our audio track. Any animations, behaviors or transitions that we make to our video can be directly controlled from this panel. So what else does Camtasia have to offer? Camtasia offers a library of assets which can also be downloaded from the Techsmith assets library. Here we can import pre-rendered intros, lower thirds and other motion graphics. We also have the Annotations tab, which comes in useful for adding annotations to our video. We can add speech boxes, arrows and lines, basic shapes, and blur out sections of our video. You'll notice that anything that we add to our video also appears on our timeline. Bear in mind that the higher the number of our track here directly affects the level of which they display on our viewport. We can also add boxes to highlight certain information which appear as we go through our timeline. And we can make keystroke callouts using the Keystroke Callouts tab. Again, all of these features can be changed from the Properties tab on the right hand side. We also have some default transitions which we can use, such as fade through black, flip, and gradient wipes. Experiment with these until you find out what looks best. We also have audio effects and visual effects to stylize and edit the sound of our audio, but it's worth experimenting with these tabs on the left hand side to figure out what you need to include in your video. Moving back to the timeline, we can create cuts and slices by moving to the point on our video which we want to cut and selecting the slice tool, or dragging a region of video we'd like to remove and selecting the cut tool. You can zoom in and out of the timeline using the zoom scroll bar. This is going to help you make some really fine adjustments. When it comes to exporting your video, go to the Export tab, select Local File. We can skip through these two settings here and make adjustments here. We can change the size of our video. In this case, ours is 1920 by 1080, which is ideal. We can change the frame rate to 60, which is ideal. We can change the bitrate of our audio and adjust any other settings from here. Let's click Next, Next again, and choose our output file location. This is going to be the location on your desktop where your video file will be saved. We can click Finish, and we can see that our project will begin rendering. So I hope that's given you a quick and insightful look into Camtasia Studio, and you'll be making use of it, I'm sure, and I'll see you again in another video.